interpreter. Now, Suba South lawmaker Caroli Omondi, who also serves as the chairperson of the National Assembly's Constitution Implementation Oversight Committee, has dismissed claims by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi that the lack of boundary delimitation and the absence of a valid national population census risks invalidating the 2027 general election, and that the problem can only be cured through an amendment to the Constitution. Caroli now says that the riders given by Mudavadi are just a ploy to open up the referendum debate and also to extend the presidential term limit. Ibrahim Karanja reports.
A fierce political storm is quickly forming over the spirited calls by Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi to amend the Constitution through a referendum in 2027. Suba South lawmaker Caroli Omondi has dismissed Mudavadi's proposal, terming it as a plot to extend their presidential term limit.
By telling Kenyans that elections may not be held because census was not done, and trying to bring in a lot of issues that can go into a referendum, is actually to create unnecessary anxiety over extension of presidential term.
Caroli has dismissed Mudavadi's assertion that Kenya's failure to delimit boundaries within 8 to 12 years of the last delimitation and the lack of a valid national population census following the court's nullification of the 2019 census for the counties of Garissa, Wajir and Mandera are a recipe for invalidating the 2027 general election if there will be no referendum to remedy the situation. He says that the two realities do not present any threat to the election.
There will be no valid population data. Therefore, it means that no valid boundaries, and subsequently, no valid boundaries mean no valid election.
The fact that census has not been completed in 3 counties in northern Kenya, and the fact that we have not done constituency and ward boundary reviews does not disenfranchise any eligible voter in Kenya. Nobody will be stopped from voting because there was no review. Consequently, you cannot say there'll be no elections in Kenya because there was no review. Because number one, everybody who is a voter eligible will still have the right to register in their respective constituencies and wards and vote.
This push for a constitutional amendment now coming from a government official as senior as Mudavadi, now making the Suba South MP, who also serves as a chairperson of the National Assembly's Constitution Implementation Oversight Committee, to vow to form a People's Alliance to defend the Constitution. The referendum push is already causing a stir amongst political leaders, with DAPK leader Eugene Wamalwa opposing it as not a priority.
Now probably he would question, is it really our top national priority, the constitutional amendments that we want to talk about, when half of Kenya is going hungry? 55% of this country do not celebrate Christmas. Families cannot put food on the table.
As the referendum debate intensifies, the critical question remains, is constitutional amendment truly necessary for electoral integrity or merely a political maneuver? With Caroli Omondi mobilizing opposition and leaders like Eugene Wamalwa dismissing the proposal as misplaced priority, the nation stands divided. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.